Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Throwing is McCarthy. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he's got this down to the 35. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Now McCarthy.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 41.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense converted once already in this 1st quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
19 Tiger. Here we go, set. Set, go.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Jags are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll start at the 4.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Fresh off that pick six, here's Purdy. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Purdy looking to throw.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Purdy tosses out wide, complete.
And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 26-yard line. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Back to throw, Purdy. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
70 range, 70 range. Cut 19, cut 19. Buffalo 18. Ready?
To the air with McCarthy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Head to 60, head to 60. Head to 11, head to 11. Ready?
Here's McCarthy.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Let's go. Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Let's go now.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Touchdown! Jamison Williams from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
Still on his feet. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 21-14.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round weekend. Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Well, that one caught by Rice. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Throwing again, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Jacobs will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
McPherson on for the point after.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
And Diggs has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That'll be caught by Rice.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run right here with Jacobs.
he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down.
McCarthy
eluding the pressure right.
That is caught.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
To the air again, McCarthy. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Check, Bobcat action. Come on. Set. Warrior 70. And up.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
That is caught by Rice for a Miami touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. 66 yards.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are all tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown out a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Here's Purdy. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Purdy now to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Purdy.
And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this, certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3, fourth quarter, with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 62 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing is McCarthy.
Flushed out right. He finds his man, complete. That's Rice. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Ready.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
They'll look to throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
60 Maverick. Trap 60. Go.
He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Completes to Njoku.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here's 2nd down. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Here's 2nd and 8.
He gets this complete to Diggs.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. Into space at the 45.
And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Throwing, Purdy.
And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here comes second down. Purdy tosses out wide, complete.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
Able to connect with Jacobs. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. 18 Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little